Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about letting go. Let me say this very slowly. Letting go is not giving up. When a loved one becomes dependent on drugs, it affects families, and this issue is affecting many families in Africa and also in my beloved home country of Zimbabwe. In many communities, although families have been affected, we are taught to hold things together at all costs. Speaking from my own experience, when addiction enters a home, you are told to stay strong, to pray more, to tolerate more, to carry more of the burden, not to rock the boat. But when you start thinking about stepping back, people will say, that's your husband, that's your wife, or that's your child. You cannot just leave. You are expected to endure everything in silence, as if that silence is a virtue. But let me say this. Silence does not keep you safe at all. In fact, it can put you in harm's way. What letting go really means is that letting go is not about loss. Letting go is about survival. It is about your own dignity. It is about protecting your mind, your body, and your children. And it can also provide you possibility of healing, because you cannot heal. Let's say you are walking and then you get injured and then you keep on hitting your foot on the stone. You are not going to heal that wound, but you have to take yourself away from the thing that is causing you harm. When addiction enters a home, it doesn't affect only one person alone, like the person who is using the drugs. It affects mothers and fathers who cannot sleep thinking about their child who is using drugs. Children of the person who is using drugs live in fear, because drugs also go hand in hand with family violence. In my culture, for example, grandparents will be saying, oh, we are now old and we are expecting our grandchildren to take care of us, and these grandchildren, they've now turned to drugs. So everyone is affected. Families become ashamed, they become isolated, because of the culture of silence. You'll be thinking it's only happening to you alone. I remember a friend saying who had a loved one who was addicted to drugs. So when we had a discussion, this person was saying, I cannot take him to a rehabilitation center, because when they come to pick him up, the neighbors will know, the gossip will spread, and he will lose his job. But at the end of the day, because of this silence, because of trying to cover up the addiction, the person ended up losing his job because he did not get the help that he needed on time. He ended up losing everything that he owned, including things that he had worked for all his life. So this is happening in many homes, even if we don't talk about it. It is high time that we start talking about these issues, how they are affecting us, and also how we can help ourselves. We also need to address the issue of guilt and the cultural expectations. Many women carry guilt. For women, we are normally told a good woman endures, a good woman sacrifices, a good woman stays. Even if things get hard, you have to stay and fight for your marriage and fight for your family and so on. But let me say this clearly. Choosing safety does not make you cruel. It makes you responsible, because no one else is responsible for your life. You are responsible for your life. You are responsible for the life of your children, if you have children. You are also responsible for stopping the cycle of drug use, or family violence, of drug use and family violence that have harmed families for generations. So although we are told as women to endure and keep on enduring until the end of time, we also need to take responsibility and be honest with ourselves, because love without boundaries does not heal addiction. In many cases, it protects it. Covering up behavior absorbing the violence that comes from the people who are using drugs in silence, trying to explain yourself to neighbors, to your church, to your family, to justify the violence. That is not love. You'll be just trying to survive in a culture that teaches you to endure at your own expense. Speaking from my own experience, you can love someone deeply, but you don't have to live in fear. You don't have to suffer for that love. So letting go does not mean that you have stopped caring for that person. It means that you stop destroying yourself trying to save someone else. Because from what I've observed, sometimes women keep staying in these relationships because they are afraid, or there is family pressure that if you leave, it shows that you never loved our son or this person that you married to, that you have children with. So you stay in there and endure. But when you step back, what it means is that you have put boundaries on your love and what you can endure. You have not withdrawn. It doesn't mean that you have stopped caring for the person. It simply means that you have realized that by yourself you cannot deal with this problem because the problem is bigger than you. By stepping back, you may also give a chance for professionals to come in and help by opening up and not keeping everything a secret. If you start talking about these issues, you may also be very surprised that you may have a community of people that will be there to support you. Maybe some people have gone through it and they can also give you advice. So when you step back, it also gives a chance for real change to finally become possible, because if you stay in that situation, you cover up, it means you are enabling that behavior and there will be no change that is going to come from that. Please remember that you can love someone and still step back. You are not giving up on them, but you are choosing life. You are choosing to save yourself. Choosing safety is not selfish, it is survival. It's almost like when if you have ever used a plane or a flight before. Yeah, they say in the case of an emergency, when the oxygen masks fall down from the above compartment, you put your own oxygen mask first before you help the person who is near you. But when you are not helping yourself and you focus all your energy on helping the person who is using drugs, in some cases you are also like a person who is trying to put an oxygen mask on someone else before they seek their own safety.